Bruh, do y'all see this? Do you see this? Like, do you see this is Spawn? Do you see this is Batman? This is Al Simmons? This is Bruce Wayne? DC Image? What? Oh my God. I absolutely love this. And I've been waiting to talk about this, but I didn't want to spoil it. I wanted everybody to go ahead and get this issue so we can talk about it. So of course, first things first, welcome to Reviews from the Six. My name is Cedric, but you can call me Ceddy Said. And today we are reviewing Batman / Spawn #1. And this is the variant cover by J. Scott Campbell and Sabine Rich. I had to pick it up. So it doesn't matter, man. If you're a DC fan, Marvel fan, Image comic fan, Boom comic fan, Valiant comic fan, I don't care if you read My Little Pony and mangas. Here we discuss our hobbies, and our hobbies are source material, which are comics, and we are doing just that. So of course, if you are not new to my channel, or if you are new to my channel, I just want to let you know, I think Spawn is the shiznits. I mean, even with Jaleel White, I think it's Jaleel White, that played Spawn in the original movie, there is nothing better. Even the HBO series, to this day, there's nothing better that I've read, that I've watched, nothing. And then you pair it with Bruce Wayne or Batman, and I'm falling in love with Batman? Come on, man. This was the mesh up that we all needed. Now, first things first. When I first saw this issue, it was the, I want to say, unhinged version. I can't remember what it was called, but I see it and it's in black and white. I open it up and there's no words, like it's legit just action. And I'm like, yo, I can't wait to read the dialogue. So of course I asked the comic book clerk, like, hey, you got the version where it actually has words in it? And he was like, yes, I do. Oh, I needs that. Give me that. And I walked out the store with it. It was the first thing I did, y'all. The first thing I read. I even went to Starbucks, got me a coffee because I was that excited and that amped up to read it. Now, let's get into it because you heard enough of me talking. Now, of course, here I tried my best not to give you any spoilers, but they just happen. So, of course, in this issue here, you have Batman and Spawn who link up. So it is pretty interesting, the similarities that they have, y'all. Like, you just look at it this way. Al, his wife died, right? Bruce, his mother died, okay? Keep this in mind. Bruce's mother died in an alley, right? Spawn patrols an alley. So is it far-fetched to say that Martha Wayne died in the alley Spawn was patrolling? Like, that off rip, y'all, was like, yo, I'm in for a ride, y'all. This is gonna be something freaking amazing. And it was. Now, of course, my thing was, you have Spawn, who is like super powered, against Batman. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna be fair. But they made it fair. So before we go any further, y'all, I want to go ahead and show you some art here. So I kind of like the texture of the book. Like, the texture is almost like not a cardboard, but like magazine. So yeah, I'm going to keep this in my collection forever. Like, everything from the necroplasma to, Spawn taking off his mask. Just everything about this, y'all. The fight that ensues. The people that come and try to aid in the situation. I mean, the cameos that are made, y'all. Like, it is so good. So I want to show you this here. So it was so good, y'all. I had to actually reference this with other issues of DC that I have. Now, I don't have too many Spawn issues. I read the Omnibus, I believe. But yeah, like the Quarter Owls just being in here, y'all. Like, there was a couple scenes where I had to go and read Suicide Squad, y'all. Suicide Squad, to say, you know what, this correlates with each other, or they align. Like, it was just so good, y'all. Like, man. So of course you got Spawn, of course you have Batman, you have the Court of Owls, you have Talon, you have another character too who really isn't like a major character, but they play a big role in the story here. So without ruining the story, what happens is that the Quarter Owls come together and they're like, hey, we don't know if we want Batman to lead us, but we know Batman and Spawn have an ability to open up a portal for us to pull in or put in the persons that we need, right? And now, of course, me saying it that way doesn't really give the story justice because I'm really not trying to spoil it for you guys. But long story short, they meet up, right? They kind of get tricked in meeting up. So they meet up and it's like, okay, we got to throw these hands. You know what I'm saying? And they start throwing hands. And of course they make it, they level the fighting field, I should say, right? You have the dead zone. And that's all I'm going to say there. You have the dead zone and they're in the alley. So it becomes fair. Now, what I liked about the fight between the two, it's that you got to remember, they're both trained fighters, right? Al is a trained assassin. He's a mercenary, man. I mean, with Ra's al Ghul, the Quarter Owls, bro, is there much we have to... Do I have to really go into detail about Bruce Wayne? About Batman? How skilled he is as a fighter? So, bro, when they... Even the level field, and they just start fighting, throwing hands, bro. It was just so epic. It was just like, yeah, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. Now, I wish I would have saw more techniques used, because at the end of the day, it almost seemed like just another, comic book fight between two heroes, or two antagonists, whatever you want to consider these two. It could have been done a lot better, but at the end of the day, because it was these two and because of the conditions and because what was on the line, it was just so dope. So as I'm reading this, it kind of leads me to the fact that, do you think the Violator could have killed Batman's parents? Could it have been Spawn who killed Bruce's parents? And why? Right? So that's what makes the story good, because they're trying to get something out of Bruce. Like I said, either A, they're trying to make him the leader, or B, they're trying to get rid of him, period. And that's what makes this so good. And Spawn is there for the ride. Now you got to remember too, when it comes to like the dark arts, they're kind of in the same boat, right? You have the Dark Knight, right? You have Spawn who patrols the alley. You have Spawn who sits on top of church buildings looking over the entire city. Batman does the same thing. Batman waits for a signal. Spawn waits for a threat to enter the alley. Spawn used guns. Batman doesn't. Batman used gadgets. Spawn, his suit does everything, right? Now, Batman has a suit that is equipped with everything. Like, y'all, when I tell you about the similarities and the mesh up they did, like, it just couldn't get any better. I mean, I can go on and on and on why you should pick this up. I could even ruin the story if I wanted to, but I'm not going to, because it is one of those stories that I wish you go out and get to read, and we can talk about the same thing together. So now, of course, I mean, there's going to be aspects in here where you're kind of like, who is this guy? Why is he relevant? They have one guy in here. He's kind of like the looker on or onlooker, but he kind of hangs around for the entire story, which was just kind of weird to me. But even the aspect of, I wanted to show you guys this. Like, even the aspect of the Joker. Like, that's the thing. Like, y'all don't even understand. Like, this was just so exciting, because Spawn's nemesis is a clown, right? Or he is in the form of a clown, which is the Violator. Batman's greatest nemesis is the Joker, who's dressed like a clown. Like, bruh, come on, man. And can we dare say that the Joker is the Violator? How do we know they're not one and the same? You see what I'm saying? Like, bruh, y'all need to go get this, read this, and let me know what you think about it. But if you made it this far, you need to hook your boy up. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button, because your vibe attracts your tribe. Down in the comments below, let me know what you thought about this issue. What you thought about this mesh up. Is there any more mesh ups you would like to see going on in the future from here on? What do you think about the comparisons? What do you think about the similarities? Did this blow your mind like it blew me? Do you think I'm overreacting? Come talk to me. Also, make sure you hit that like button, because if you don't hit that like button, YouTube won't think you like my stuff, and it won't share my stuff with people like yourself and other like-minded people like us. Make sure you hit that share button, share this video to any and all social media platforms, specifically to people you think this would be useful for. Also, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. I would hate for you to miss any of the new stuff I got coming out, any of the reviews, any content. It don't matter, y'all. But like I said, man, sincerely, I want to thank y'all for joining me today. Peace, love, and blessings.